Okay, this is my video modeling pelvimetry. I'm first going to make sure that I wash my hands and don sterile gloves since I'll be using aseptic technique. So the patient will be in supine position, and I'm going to gently introduce 2 fingers into the vagina while assessing the muscles for elasticity. I'm going to assess the mobility of the sacral joint by pressing firmly on the coccyx. And I'm then going to assess the width and length of the sacrum by sliding my fingers up and down and side to side. This will tell me if it's concave, flat, or convex. The next thing I'm going to do is try to palpate the sacral promontory. So I'm going to turn my fingers and try and reach the sacral promontory. This will give me the diagonal conjugate. It's the distance from the lowest point of the pubic symphysis on my hand to the tip of my middle finger. If I subtract 1.5 centimeters from this distance, I'll be given the approximate length of the conjugate. Some practitioners simply say if they're able to reach it with difficulty or not at all. Next, I'm going to trace the pelvic brim using the first 2 fingers, and this is going to tell me if it is round or angulated. More than one sweep of my hand will indicate that it's narrow. I'll trace the fingers down the pelvic brim to the ischial spines, and if I have a problem finding these, they can be found by tracing the sacral spinous ligaments. I'll note if they're blunt, prominent, or very prominent. Next, I'll evaluate the sacrosciatic notch by measuring the distance from the ischial spines to the coccyx. I'll do that by attempting to touch both ischial spines with my index and middle finger simultaneously. The next thing I'm going to do is withdraw my hand and make a fist to try and fit it between the ischial tuberosities. This will tell me the intertuberous diameter. I'll measure the subpubic angle by placing either thumbs next to each inferior pubic bone and estimate the angle at which they meet. A typical gynecoid pelvis measures 80 to 90 degrees. So all of these things will tell me if the pelvis is adequate, borderline, or contracted, and pelvimetry helps to diagnose cephalopelvic disproportion. That's it. Thank you.